What is up, guys? Welcome back to Game Bird Classic. It's been a hot minute since I've uploaded, but I am back, baby. And today we've got a very special video for you. We're going to be going over my top 5 predictions for the Game Awards of 2019. Now, the Game Awards land on Thursday, December 12th at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so you guys got to go and check it out. And hey, I'll be attending this year. It'll be my 3rd time going to the show. I really feel like this show's gotten better with age, so I'm very excited to be there again this year. But without further ado, let's dig right in. Alright, so my first prediction for the Game Awards this year is going to be a gameplay reveal for Bayonetta 3 on the Nintendo Switch. Now, this game was both announced and teased 2 years ago at the 2017 Game Awards show, but we haven't seen anything from it since. And that makes sense, because Platinum Games was hard at work at a brand new IP called Astral Chain, which released earlier this year. Now that that game's out, it makes perfect sense for them to show off what they've been working on with Bayonetta, and I could really see this happening. I'm really excited if they do this, because Bayonetta is one of my favorite action games of all time, and it makes sense for it to be there. We haven't seen anything for the last 2 years. Next up, I think we're going to get a reveal of the final character for the first DLC pack of fighters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's going to be a third-party character, I'm assuming, given that's what we've already gotten in the first 4 fighters, but award shows are just the perfect place to announce Smash characters. It always generates so much hype and excitement, whether it's at E3 or whether it's at the Game Awards. This is just the perfect setting, the perfect atmosphere. I feel like it works a lot better than when they announce fighters in Nintendo Directs, for example, which is just as exciting, but having that live audience reaction is just so fitting for it. I'm super excited. I love Smash Ultimate. I've already guessed this in the past, but I'm going to go with my boy Solaire from Dark Souls. I know it's a long shot, but the guy's already got an amiibo. I just want him in the game so bad, and I'm just crossing my fingers that it will happen. Hey, maybe if it doesn't happen in this DLC fighter pack, maybe we'll get him in the next. Who knows? So my third prediction for the Game Awards 2019 is going to be a brand new trailer or gameplay footage for the sequel of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, Breath of the Wild is one of the biggest games in the last decade and was a smash hit on the Nintendo Switch. It really brought in the audience of people who play Zelda, and for good reason. But showing off Zelda at the Game Awards wouldn't be a first. In fact, we saw some of the earliest footage of Breath of the Wild at the Game Awards in the past. So this would be the perfect time to show that game off and really generate hype for it. I'm sure we'll get another big reveal for it at E3 of next year, but I'm also convinced that the game is going to be releasing next year around holiday 2020, so I'm sure the game is a lot farther along than we all think. For my fourth prediction, I know this has been predicted at a bunch of shows in the past, whether it's E3, whether it's a Nintendo Direct, or whether it's the Game Awards, but the Metroid Prime Trilogy HD Collection. And there's even been mumblings and rumors of a possible Super Metroid remake in the works. Who knows? That would blow my mind. But I feel like the trilogy is inevitable, it's bound to happen, so it makes sense to keep on guessing it. Even though we've been wrong over and over in the past, this just seems like a good time to reveal it. The new Metroid Prime game is still probably a ways off. Retro's hard at work on that. We need some Metroid to hold us off, to tide us over until the goods arrive. And the Metroid Prime trilogy would be the perfect place to start. Please, Nintendo, give us that trilogy. My fifth and final prediction for the Game Awards 2019 is not really Nintendo related, but something I'm really hoping for and something I'm really excited for, and that's Elden Ring, the brand new IP from the legendary designer Miyazaki and From Software, the developers of Dark Souls and Bloodborne and Sekiro. Now, Dark Souls is one of my favorite game series of all time next to Zelda, and I'm so excited to see more of this game. We know that George R.R. Martin contributed to the lore and helped write the game with Miyazaki himself, which is super exciting for anyone who's a Game of Thrones fan or a George R.R. Martin fan in general. But I really want to see this game. I feel like the Game Awards is a great setting for it, and I feel like it could happen. I don't know, I just feel like this could be the time when we see more of that game finally. So those are my 5 predictions for the Game Awards this year. Now, I want to be clear, I don't think we're going to get all 5 of these at the show, but I think each of these predictions is very plausible and would make a lot of sense to be at the show. But what do you guys think? Let me know your 5 predictions for the Game Awards this year down below in the comment section. And as always, guys, if you enjoy this video, hit that like button, smash that subscription button, and tap that notification bell so you can see when I upload next. And I'll see you guys on the next Game Bird Classic. Peace. What are you doing? I still have tons more videos that you need to check out right now. You can start with this one or this one. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.